When Monroe is challenged, he even goes on to relay what the elites want us to hear, the takeaway. Why do we waste our time on animated trivialities? In other words, why do we care about things that don't matter? When you watch debates, think you're being an informed citizen by reading articles in the newspaper or follow what things to vote for. You are being entertained and nothing more while the world moves along on its preset tracks. 10 candidates, one night, who will make history? Followed by a commercial of 2 teams, 1 event, who will win the ball game? Sadly, they often just rub the pointlessness of it all in our faces to grab our attention. Do you know how easy it is to rig voting machines? Who of us even sees the results? They can say whatever they want. Oh, it was such a close race, and one person died from the virus today, or 1,000, and either way, the viewers buy into it. Don't forget, it's not the number of votes that counts, but who counts the vote. All the politics of left, right, Republican, Democrat, conservative, conservative, liberal, it's all a charade. Take action and use your own head. Don't care about what one dictator in a Capitol building says or does to another. As long as a gang of politicians in governments worldwide is around, inequality will run amok because not only will they get to enjoy things you and I can't, they won't be held accountable for the bad things they do either. They're just a front, as Waldo's creator says. Do you know how many people, from presidents to philanthropists, knew and hung out with Jeffrey Epstein, yet claimed never to have partaken or even known what he was up to? Oh, and that long list of people is kept out of the news for some reason. Yet, that is who we vote for, or call the generous humanitarians and visionaries of our time. They are nothing more than banker puppets, alongside their ordained ministers of the cloth, who both commit unspeakable and unholy acts to babies and children behind closed doors, but smile for us and give speeches to gain our favor. We clap and cheer when we see them on TV, or argue and complain when we don't agree with their policies. But just like the Wizard of Oz, they're just a face for us to concentrate on. They're just the big bluish green head with the smoke and the spotlight and the flames, but all you have to do is pull back the curtain and you'll see the elites are orchestrating it all. Towards the end, Monroe says, if that is the main opposition, then the whole system is absurd. Need they say more? When the creator resigns, the owner of the rights to Waldo shouts something like, first man to hit him gets 500 quid. It just showcases how seamlessly they can get us to turn on each other. Moreover, what we'll do for money, and I'm dedicating a whole episode to flawed capitalism, which is just an instrument they use to enslave us. The elites print and supply currency or retract it at will, all the while charging interest, even though the money appears out of thin air just as soon as they type it in, with no value, but we accept their ones and zeros on a screen that describes us as either rich or poor, wealthy or impoverished. The last scene is the bottom line. It shows the children in school learning what Waldo, government, teaches them, like being loyal to their master in its limited version of history by saying the Pledge of Allegiance or chanting your given national anthem. It then shows a jet fighter with the fictional blue bear image, which would be a flag of any country, symbolic for fighting for a fantasy, and the slogan alongside for us to memorize. Believe. Do you get it? Man, when are people going to wake up? It's nothing but a control system that cannot exist unless you give it the power to bring order, really, corruption. The recommended reading for today comes from Larken Rose. Um, his book, one of many that this is the one I've read, but I've looked into quite a few of them and they all seem really good. Just haven't gotten around to reading them all yet. But this one's called The Most Dangerous Superstition. And it's kind of a manifesto for anti-establishment and just shows how the whole thing is one big fallacy. Like none of it's true. It's just based on falsehood. Um, the accompanying documentary today, it's actually just a list of videos, shorter videos, so hopefully you'll be able to get through them pretty quickly. I'm not going to read them all, they'll be in the show notes, but I guarantee you, once you watch them, you'll get a very different view of society, of civilization, and a more true sense of reality.